All right, we are live. What's up, guys? We got a big 11 game slate, so we got a lot to talk about. Let me just tweet out that I'm live here really quick, and we can jump into it. Okay. So as always, we will let's go over what we know so far. Then we'll get into the players' prices, and then we can do questions at the end. So what we know so far. Let's see. Let me go back to the beginning of the day here. There is some pretty big news. Willie Cauley-Stein is going to be probable. We haven't heard anything about a minutes limit or anything like that, but I expect him to be somewhat limited, and that's obviously makes those other value bigs kind of out of play for Golden State. Jeremy Lamb's going to be back tonight with Edmund Sumner missing. Kawhi Leonard, this is pretty big. He will sit out in Utah and will play in San Antonio tomorrow just for rest. So we can look at some value guys for the Clippers here. Obviously that's a pretty big boost to Lou Williams. He's going to shoot the ball a ton. The matchup not necessarily the best, but again, there's not a whole lot of offense out there. This is from the Clippers beat writer. What he thinks the starters will be: Zubac, Pat Patterson, Mo Harkless, Landry Shamet, Pat Beverly, with Lou and Montrez coming out of the bench. We have also seen Lou and Montrez in the starting lineup before, so it's be interesting to see who Doc Rivers throws out there. Another big injury news here is Jaylen Brown is ruled out. So we know Boston kind of likes running a deep rotation, kind of 9 to 10 man rotation. I think with Jaylen Brown out, that's a slight boost to guys like Gordon Hayward, to Jason Tatum. They should play a few extra minutes. And then I think the biggest minutes bump goes to Marcus Smart. I think he's going to be pretty chalky at 4.5K. Marcus Smart, when he's chalky, normally he lets us down, but he's got a wide range of fantasy outcomes. Very low and can be very high. It's normally not in between when Marcus Smart is chalk. The whole David Fizdale situation, right? Nicotina. So Dennis Smith Jr. and Alfred Payton are out. He said Nicotina will not start, but will play a ton of minutes. I don't know what a ton of minutes is, right? That's not really super descriptive. But, that's kind of what we know so far. So let's go team by team here. And then we can get to questions at the end. So start with the Knicks. The Knicks, I do like the Randall. I like him as a player, but 8.1K seems fairly priced. Now RJ Barrett, a guy I think is going to be pretty popular. He'll run the point at times here. They're going to start Wayne Ellington. So again, RJ Barrett will run the point a bit. Even Marcus Morris will bring up the ball. RJ Barrett's been very, very solid here so far this season, and he's going to play big minutes. So I think he's pretty safe there at 6.5K. Bobby Portis, you guys know I love playing Bobby Portis. Just had a huge game in the last game against the Bulls. The minutes have kind of been all over the place, 33, 10, 27, 30. If he's going to play close to that 30 range, then yes, I would like him a lot. But again, it's David Fizdale, kind of hard to trust. I do like the upside, but I don't know if I want to go there. Mitchell Robinson just gets in foul trouble too much for me to play him on a big slate. Marcus Morris is never a guy I can get right, but he should play big minutes. And then where is Nicotina here at 3.1K, a very low usage guy, like very low. We saw in 22 minutes he put up 4 fantasy points. Now, again, we don't really know what a ton of minutes is. I guess you're making me, my best guess would be like 25 to 30. But very, very low usage guy. I think he's in play as value play, but doesn't do a whole lot offensively. As far as the Orlando side, there are a couple of pretty appealing prices in my opinion. Vucevic is okay here at 8K. Aaron Gordon at 6.1K hasn't really looked that good this season, but playing 30 minutes, it's a pretty solid matchup, so I don't mind him. Jonathan Isaac as well as 5.4K, a little up and down. He's a guy that will get in foul trouble, but I do like the price on him. Fournier, Augustine are okay. Like Fultz off the bench, don't hate it. But that's kind of it for Orlando. The price on Aaron Gordon and Isaac, I think, are what am I in there in that game. Next game, we got Minnesota and Philly. So I think Karl-Anthony Towns and Embiid will be somewhat popular tonight. Again, I kind of talked about this in my video. My concern is the foul trouble with both those guys because we know the offense runs through Embiid and it runs through Towns. So they're going to be very aggressive offensively, and there's a decent chance one or even both those guys get in foul trouble. So on a big slate like this, I think I'm going to lean towards other guys who I feel safer about not getting in foul trouble. So that's kind of why I personally won't be playing these guys, but that doesn't mean you guys don't. If you feel really good about, I mean, the price on Cat is great here, 9.9K. He's been dominant this season, so if you think he can stay out of foul trouble, just know that risk. He can crush, right? 70, 80 fantasy point upside. So, yes, I like him. Just not going to be the way I go tonight. And then the rest of the players for the Timberwolves, I never get super excited about. Wiggins, two-score independent. Teague's just okay. Covington, the minutes kind of up and down. There's really no one else in Minnesota I'm considering. Philadelphia, it's kind of stay away from me as well. Again, you can go Embiid. He has upside, right? 60, 70 fantasy point upside. The Cat matchup, Cat's terrible on defense. The only concern is that Embiid gets in foul trouble, which we have seen before with Embiid, right? 5 fouls each of the first couple of games. So that is the concern. If one or both stay out of foul trouble, I think they can have big games. The other players, I'm not super high on. Philadelphia, a very balanced team when everyone's healthy. So Ben Simmons, Tobias, Al Horford, Josh Richardson, I all think they're just okay. Just not going to be the way I go on the slate. Again, a very balanced team when everyone is healthy. Next game, Chicago, Cleveland. A couple appealing plays here for Chicago. Zach LaVine at some point, 7K. I do like his upside. It's been a little up and down. So I don't think I'd go there for cash. I think I like a couple other guys more for cash games. So for GPPs, he's definitely viable. Markkanen's a little too pricey for me. Wendell Carter Jr., another guy that I think is fairly pricey. He does have a little bit of upside, but 6K, I think he's priced right. The interesting play here is Otto Porter Jr. and buying low. I know he's been terrible so far, but we saw it in the preseason. Like, this guy does have upside, and he's going to play 30 minutes in a match against Cleveland. I think you got to consider him. Like, I think he's going to be low owned, but I do like the upside. He's got block and steal upside. Again, he's been very, very bad this season, but I think the price makes him in play. And that's kind of it. Like, the point guards are okay. Sam Ransky, Kobe White, Chris Dunn. Just no one I'm super, super high on. That's kind of it for Chicago. Cleveland. So I think Tristan Thompson is going to be one of the more chalky options on the slate. It's just not going to be the way I go. I know he's been great. He's been very productive the first 3 games. It's just, we know, like, Tristan Thompson, this is not normally his game. He's, normally he'll defer offensively, kind of just be there for offensive rebounds and putbacks. So yes, if you feel strongly about it, the price for right now for his level of production, he's a great play. I just don't think he keeps up this level of production. So that's why I'm not going there tonight. But again, if he keeps it up, the price is too cheap. Kevin Love, 8.2K. The minutes have been pretty solid on him, mid-30s minutes. The matchup pretty solid here. Lauri Markkanen, not scared of his defense. So Kevin Love does have upside at 8.2K. The other options like Sexton, I don't want to go there. Nance, the minutes are too inconsistent. So it's really kind of those 2 bigs that I would only consider, and that's it for Cleveland. So let's move on to Detroit, Toronto. Detroit, Toronto, in general, is kind of a fade for me. 2 teams that kind of like playing slow, solid defensively. Still no Blake Griffin, so if you really want to go Drummond, you can. It's just the matchup not good here against Marc Gasol. Toronto, one of the best defensive teams. So Detroit kind of a stay away. Derrick Rose, the price is up on him. I don't think I want to go there. One guy I would consider for GPPs is Christian Wood at 4K. I mean, if he plays like 20 to 25 minutes, I would really like him, but I don't think those minutes are guaranteed, so that's why I don't think I can go there for cash. Tim Frazier's okay at 3.2K. He's not going to play more than like 20 minutes, and that's really it. So Detroit, no one I'm super high on. Same thing with Toronto. Like Siakam, Lowry, Van Fleet, all seem fairly priced. I don't see the huge upside here. I think I like the upside of some other guys a bit more. Ibaka, Gasol, Anunoby. Like, all these guys are perfectly fine. OG's been pretty solid here at 4.7K, but I'm playing big minutes. 38 and 40 fantasy points the last couple of games. So if you want to go there, you definitely can. He's a guy that will get you their blocks and steals. I don't think 5 steals and 2 blocks is going to happen again, but he's playing big minutes. So I guess you could look to OG on Toronto, but no one I'm super, super high on here either. Next game, Pacers and Nets. So you guys know I love Sabonis at 7.9K. I would have liked it if he was a bit cheaper, but all the Indiana starters are playing huge minutes. The matchup is great here against Brooklyn. Brooklyn plays at a fast pace. So, yes, the upside's there for Sabonis. I think only for GPPs for me. I don't think I can go there in cash. Now, Brogdon's a guy that has been really good this season. He's filling up the stat sheet. Again, has a double-double every single game. The matchup is great here. The price is fair. I think he's still a little underpriced right now. The only concern is Jeremy Lamb is coming back, so maybe that a little bit of usage goes away from him. He was playing with a low-usage guy in Edmund Sumner, so maybe that goes down a bit, but I still think he's fairly priced. Miles Turner, another guy that's going to play huge minutes. Like, playing close to 40 minutes a game, which is crazy. Jarrett Allen, not the best defender, so again, Miles Turner is a guy that can get your blocks, steals. I do kind of like the price, and I like the minutes on him, most importantly. Jeremy Lamb at 5.4K. Him and TJ Warren are okay. They're just a little too scoring dependent, and then the bench guys are not seeing enough run. So really for me, it's those top 3 guys, Sabonis, Brogdon, and Turner on the Indiana side. The Brooklyn side, Kyrie's had an amazing start to the season. 76, 41, and 63 fantasy points. The matchup kind of tough here. Malcolm Brogdon, a pretty solid defender, but Kyrie's matchup proof. If you want to chase those big games, you definitely can. I think the ownership will be pretty high on him. It's just not going to be the way I go. I like some other guys in slightly better matchups, so that's why I personally won't be going Kyrie. But right now, again, another guy like for his level of production right now, he's too cheap. So if you think he can keep up those 60 fantasy point games, then yeah, you can play Kyrie. LeVert, I think, is fairly priced. Jarrett Allen would probably be the only other target I would consider here in the Nets. Playing like 25 to 30 minutes. I like he's power forward eligible, so you can technically play 3 centers if you want to. Again, another guy that gets you their blocks and steals, but the other secondary pieces, I'm not super high on all these guys like Prince, Dinwiddie, Joe Harris, Garrett Temple, DeAndre Jordan's okay. There's no one that really sticks off the page to me. So that's kind of it for Brooklyn. Milwaukee side, it's always kind of really Giannis and those cheap guys for me. So Giannis at the top at 10.8K, not necessarily the best matchup here against Boston, but another guy, it's like he's matchup proof, right? So if the game stays close, he'll play 35 minutes. He's the guy that fills up the stat sheet, and I think there are value plays you can fit in there. If you feel strongly about Giannis being your stud, then you can definitely go there. Middleton and Bledsoe, again, I've said it a lot of times here, it's just guys I don't look to when Giannis is healthy. The cheaper options, like Wes Matthews is playing solid minutes, a little score independent. George Hill, Ilyasova, Connaughton off the bench are all fairly priced. They're not going to play huge minutes, but 15 to 25, somewhere in that range for probably those 3 guys, and they've been very solid this season. So yeah, you can consider those guys as value plays for sure, and that's kind of it. Boston. So the big news is obviously no Jaylen Brown. Kemba has been okay. A little shaky, a little up and down, right? 16 fantasy points that first game, and then 40 and 51. This matchup, a little tougher. Milwaukee is pretty solid defensively, so don't necessarily know if I want to go with Kemba. Tatum and Hayward might pick up a few extra minutes. Both have been playing, solid high 20s, mid 30s minutes. Tatum's been playing mid 30s minutes. So, yeah, I like the price. It's just the matchup, not necessarily the best. I think I would rather take a shot on a guy like Marcus Smart, who is going to be pretty chalky in my opinion. I'm deciding if I want to get him in my lineup. I think the minutes go up on him a bit, maybe to mid 30s. We don't know the starting lineup yet here, but Marcus Smart is a guy that it seems when he's chalk, he busts, but it's a great spot, and he does have a lot of upside. He has a low floor, but a pretty high ceiling. So, yeah, I think he's definitely in play here for cash and GPPs at 4.5K. The bigs with like Grant Williams, Robert Williams, Tice is active too. They rotate a lot of guys, and yeah, I just don't think I want to take a shot on any of those bigs on this slate. So now we get into the latest games where I like a lot more players here. Houston, Washington is sitting at the highest over/under of the day. James Harden and Westbrook at the top. Harden, I'll continue to talk about this because he has yet to have a good shooting day, and he's still putting up 50 fantasy points a night at 10K in a great matchup. The only concern is we know Washington is one of the worst teams in the NBA, so there is slight blowout risk. I think the spread's at like 8 points. If Washington can stay close, I think Harden's got to have a blow-up game soon. So really like Harden there at 10.1K. Westbrook you could go to if you want the $500 savings. I think Harden just has a little bit more upside. I think his ceiling's a little bit higher right now than Westbrook, but Westbrook's also been very solid. It's a great matchup. Again, the only concern really with these guys is the slight risk for a blowout. A guy like Capella is priced fair for me. PJ Tucker going to play big minutes, not a super high usage guy. Eric Gordon, never a guy I really get super excited about for DFS purposes because he's very scoring dependent. But it's just the price tag that makes him in play here at 3.9K. We know if his shot's falling, he can get you 30, 40 fantasy points. So I even think he's fringe cash game playable just because of the price. And then that's kind of it for Houston. On the Washington side, it's kind of Brad Beal and Bryant, and that's it for me. Beal, we know he's going to shoot the ball a ton. He's 22, 25 times. The matchup is pretty good here, right? Not afraid of Westbrook or Harden defense, whoever they throw on him. So yeah, we know the upset's pretty high in Beal, and I think he goes a little bit lower owned tonight. So I do like the upside there for GPPs on Beal. Bryant's like a walking double-double. He's going to play 30 minutes. He's most likely going to get you a double-double, so I think he's fairly priced there with a little bit of upside. Hashimura, I don't know if I want to go there. I think this game kind of runs more small ball, so I think those minutes go down on him a bit. A guy like Ish Smith with Isaiah Thomas back, don't know if I want to go there. Isaiah Thomas was solid in his first game, but they limited him to 20 minutes. If he's going to continue to be on the minutes limit, I don't think I could target him. A guy like Bertans has actually been solid off the bench, playing like close to 30 minutes. He's a value guy you definitely can consider. But that's kind of it. We have Troy Brown Jr. coming back as well. Maybe that takes away, who will play 16 to 20 minutes. So that could take away some minutes for Bertans, could take away some minutes for Hashimura, some of those wings. So, yeah, it's really kind of Beal and Bryant for me, and that's it for Washington. Portland, obviously, you can go Lillard and CJ anytime. The price is pretty appealing on both guys right now for their level of production. And the matchup's pretty solid. It's just, I think I prefer, paying a little extra for a guy like Harden or a little less for a guy like Devin Booker or a little more for a guy like Steph Curry with Lillard. I think the upside's a little bit higher in those guys in slightly better matchups. Now, Whiteside is interesting here at 6.7K because they're back-to-back kind of off games. If Steven Adams misses, that would be a pretty big boost to Whiteside. I still think, he's not going to play huge minutes, 25 minutes, but the price is dropping on him in a bit. I think he's playable. Again, CJ, I do like the price here at 6.6K. He's had back-to-back really solid games. Definitely in play if you want to go more a balanced lineup approach. Still no Zach Collins, so guys like Bazemore, Hazonia, Hood will all see a slight bump. I guess if you're going to make me pick between the three, I would lean towards Bazemore. He's played, mid-20s minutes compared to Hazonia, who's playing like a little under 20. Hood's viable as well. Those three are definitely in play as cheap options. But then that's basically it for Portland. So OKC, Chris Paul has been very up and down at 7.1K. Had 40 fantasy points the first night, but 12, 19, 28. I think I'm going to look elsewhere here at 7.1K. Now, SGA has been very, very solid here the first 4 games. He's playing huge minutes, too, at 6.9K. I think he's definitely viable. It's just I don't think he can keep up this level of production, what he's playing at right now. But the matchup against Lillard or CJ, nothing to be scared about, and he's playing huge minutes. So I think he's pretty safe there at 6.9K. Same thing with Gallinari. I think he's fairly priced. Schroeder off the bench more for GPPs. We know he's kind of up and down, but he's gonna be a guy that's gonna shoot the ball a ton when he's out there. Back-to-back, really solid shooting games here. So only would go there for GPPs. I don't think I'd do it for cash. The big news is here Steven Adams, currently listed as, will not play Wednesday against Portland. Perfect. So that news must have just came out. Do we have starting lineup news? Let's see. Let me just check Twitter really quick. So just Steven Adams ruled out. Okay. Doesn't look like we have a starter yet confirmed, but my best guess is it's going to be Nerlens Noel. And right now at 3.3K, he's my favorite value play of the day for sure. He's a guy that I don't think he's going to play 35 minutes, but 25 or so if he stays out of foul trouble, maybe a little more. Again, I think he'll be out there when Whiteside's out there, so I think 25 is a pretty safe projection. He's a guy that is usually pretty productive when given minutes, and at 3.3K, I think he's the top value play on the slate right now. So yes, I love Nerlens Noel as a value play. I'm almost positive he's going to start. I mean, I guess they could start a guy like Mike Muscala here at 3.1K, but I really think it's going to be Noel there. So yeah, Noel probably my favorite value play right now at 3.3K. Clippers and Jazz. The big news is here no Kawhi Leonard. So originally I wasn't super high on guys like Lou Williams and Montrez. Both Kawhi out, we know that's so much usage to go around. It's going to be interesting to see who they start. Obviously, the matchup, again, not necessarily the best, but I think Lou and Montrez play mid-30s minutes. And, yeah, Lou's going to shoot the ball a ton, so I think he's very viable here at 6.8K. Same with Montrez. I think the minutes go up on him. A guy like Pat Beverly at 4.7 I think is okay. Doesn't have huge upside in my opinion. Shamet had a solid game that last time out, but I don't know if I want to go there. A guy like Mo Harkless or JaMychal Green possibly could pick up a start. We'll see. Both guys, again, not super high usage guys, but if they play 25 or so minutes, then they're in play as value play. So yeah, Mo Harkless, definitely viable. Same thing with Michael Green. Pat Patterson, I don't think I would go there. He's more of just a stand in the corner, shoot threes guys. I know he's been okay, but I think I would lean towards the guy Michael Green and Mo Harkless over him. They also said Magruder's going to come back too. We don't know how many minutes he's going to play, so that is a slight downgrade too to those other guys. So yeah, I think they're all playable, these value guys, but I definitely prefer a guy like Nerlens Noel to them. Utah side, Utah's a pretty balanced team. If I was going to play someone here, I think it would be Donovan Mitchell. We have seen the upside on him, but yeah, like I said, they're very balanced. Gobert seems a little overpriced right now. Conley's okay here at 6.2K. He's kind of taking a backseat. Hasn't looked that good, obviously. Bogdanovich and Ingles, like O'Neal. It's just they're a very solid, balanced team. They play at a slow pace, so not super high on a lot of these Utah guys. If I was going to take a shot on someone, it would be Donovan Mitchell, but not going to be the way I go in this slate. Now we get to some very appealing games here with the last two games of the slate. Hornets, Kings. I like this game a lot as part of a game stack just because everyone is, priced pretty cheap. So PJ Washington is okay here at 6.8K. He's been playing solid minutes. I think he's fairly priced. A guy like Rozier, I do like here a good amount at 6.2K. I think recency bias will have him lower owned than he should be, but this matchup is great. We know if he stays out of foul trouble, he's going to play mid-30s minutes. And he's going to be aggressive. He's going to shoot the ball a ton. I know Devontae Graham's been playing good. I know that. But, like I said, recency bias, I think a lot of people will be off Rozier. I like him a good amount here at 6.2K. Cody Zeller is a guy that has been playing really solid minutes normally. Last season, he was only playing 20 or so minutes. Now he's getting close to 30. If he's going to continue to play 30 minutes, then he's definitely in play here in the mid-range. A guy like Devontae Graham, like I said, I know he's been really good. I don't think he can keep up this level of production. I would prefer paying a little extra for Terry Rozier with a lot lower ownership. I think Devontae Graham's going to be a lot higher owned. And I would rather, personally, take a shot on Rozier. I think the upside is a little bit higher with him. Miles Bridges is fairly priced, right? I think I would only go there, though, with part of a game stack. Same with Bacon, these secondary pieces, Monk. Not super high on those guys, would only kind of go there for game stack. So really for me, it's kind of Rozier and Cody Zeller. Devontae Graham, if you want to eat the chalk there, I'm personally going to fade. And then like Bridges, Bacon, Monk are all in play as part of a game stack. If we look at the Kings, De'Aaron Fox, I want to play him really bad in this matchup. It just, the price is right at 7.8K. If he was like 6.5 to 7K, then I think I would play him. 7.8K, like I said, I think he's fairly priced. He does have upside. Like he does have 50, even 60 fantasy point upside. But I'm going to prefer guys like a little bit more for him. Like I would rather pay the extra 2,000 for Harden. I'd rather pay the extra like 1,500 for Steph. I would rather pay extra 100 for Devin Booker. So yeah, Bagley definitely viable, but I'm going to slightly prefer some other guys. Now Buddy Hield, not a guy I really get super excited about for DFS. Like I don't play him a whole lot. It's just the price that makes him play here in 6.2K. Again, this game should be played at a really fast pace, very little defense. I do like the price here in Buddy Hield. He can be scoring dependent, but if he's nailing threes, we know the upside's pretty high on him. Guy like Barnes and Ariza are stay in the corner guys. No one I really play for DFS purposes. Now Holmes, Bielitsa, and Dedmon are interesting here, all priced at 4.3, 4.4, and 4.5K. I would look there to those guys if Harry Giles misses. If Harry Giles comes back, that's just another big in the rotation where I think they could all play like not huge minutes. So that's a situation we have to monitor. If Harry Giles misses, I think my favorite play would be Holmes. I think he has the most upside, like he flashed in that last game with 45 fantasy points. I'm still tilted about that night because I played him here against Utah. I got 9 fantasy points and came out and got 45. But I think if I was going to play one of those bigs, it would be Holmes. I think he has the most upside. But Bielitsa, another guy that has been playing solid minutes as well, wouldn't mind him. Bogdanovich, I do like a good amount here at 3.8K. One of my favorite value plays, probably my second favorite value play next to Nerlens Noel. He's a guy that I know he burned me the first game against Phoenix, but normally going to play 25, maybe 30 minutes. I know he has not been shooting well off the bench, but we know he's going to be aggressive when he's out there. And I want guys like that, especially at 3.8K in a great matchup. So yes, I'm probably going to go back to the ball here in Bogdanovich. I do like his upside a good amount. Him and Nerlens Noel, I think, are my favorite value plays. Let's see. Last game of the night. This one should be pretty appealing. The late night hammer. Phoenix Golden State. So Golden State right now, I think they're averaging like 125 or 130 points scored against them. It's just they play like no defense right now. So yes, I have a lot of I like a lot of these Phoenix guys. Devin Booker especially, right? He's the thumbnail to my video. I love the price on him. We got the birthday narrative too. Steph Curry, D'Angelo Russell, not afraid of them on defense. And we know Booker's going to shoot the ball a ton. The only concern with him is he's gotten in foul trouble every single game here. 5 fouls in every single game. So there's obviously slight foul trouble risk with him, right? If he stays out of foul trouble, I think he plays 35, 40 minutes. A great game environment. So yes, I love Devin Booker here at 7.9K. And then these other pieces too I really like as well. Kelly Oubre at 6.2K. Probably going to play 30, 35 minutes. 6.2K. He's been very solid so far this season. So I think he's a little underpriced. Same thing with Rubio. A guy that will fill up the stat sheet. Doesn't necessarily have to score to get you there. Does have triple-double upside too. So yes, I like Rubio, I like Oubre, I like Kaminsky too, coming off the bench. He's probably going to play 30 or so minutes. I think this is perfect game script for him. Golden State likes running small ball. So I think a guy like Aaron Baines kind of gets runs off the court. Kaminsky, right now for his level of production, I think he's slightly underpriced as well. Sarge, don't mind him here at 4.6K. The minutes have been a little up and down, 31, 34, 21, but I do like the price tag on him. Baines, I don't know if I want to go there. Again, I think he kind of gets run off the court here. Javon Carter's still been playing solid minutes. 27 even with Rubio and Booker active. But I don't necessarily know if I want to go there 3.4K. I think he's solid as a value play, but I think I slightly prefer some other guys. And that's kind of it. So finally, we'll move on to Golden State. I love Steph tonight at 9.5K. I loved him against the Pelicans, and we got a bit unlucky there. You guys knew I loved that the game as part of a game stack, and it blew out. The starters got pulled with 6 minutes left. Steph was on pace for 37 minutes. He had 55 fantasy points and got pulled. If he plays another 6 or 7 minutes, he probably gets close to 70. So this matchup, again, pretty solid. I'm not really scared of Devin Booker defense or Rubio. And we know Steph just has huge upside. So I really like Steph here at 9.5K in the late night hammer. D'Angelo Russell at 7.9 is definitely viable as well. If you want to take the savings off of Steph Curry, you definitely can. I just think the upside is a little bit higher, and I feel a little more confident with Steph than a guy like D'Angelo Russell, who is a little up and down. Like Russell will bust more than Steph will. Steph will bust every once in a while, but not as much as a guy like D'Angelo Russell, who is very boomer bust in my opinion. But again, matchup pretty solid here. Draymond Green, I like him a good amount as well. The only concern with him is Willie Cauley-Stein is going to be back. We don't know how many minutes Willie Cauley-Stein is going to play, but I kind of liked when Draymond started at the 5. So that's a slight downgrade to Draymond. I don't think Cauley-Stein plays a lot of minutes, but I just love him because he fills up the stat sheet. And again, there's going to be a lot of points scored in this one. So Draymond, Steph, really like those guys. Now Cauley-Stein at 4.7K, he's going to play, but we haven't heard anything about a minutes limit. Now, if there's no minutes limit for Willie Cauley-Stein, then he would be one of my favorite value plays as well. But I really think he's going to be limited. My best guess, 15, 20 minutes maybe. He can still get you there in that time, but if there's no minutes limit, if he plays like 25 or so minutes, then I would really like him as a value play. But again, I really do think he's going to be limited minutes-wise. So that kind of takes Chris Spellman out of play, right? We don't have to worry about those guys. A guy like Glenn Robinson at 3.6K, I'm a little worried about the minutes. I don't think he plays 30 minutes again. I think maybe 25 or so, because with Willie Cauley-Stein playing, most likely starting, he'll probably start WCS at the 5 with Draymond at the 4. Glenn Robinson was running a little 4, so maybe a few minutes go away from him. But at 3.6K, he's a value guy. He's definitely a pretty solid value play if he's going to play those type of minutes. Those other options, again, Spellman, Pascal, don't know if I want to go there. Poole, a little too scoring dependent for me. Damian Lee did have that big game last time out with Alec Burks back. I don't think we can expect 42 fantasy points again from Damian Lee, so I'll let others chase that and pass. But yeah, I think that's basically it. So let me check Twitter really quick here, see if we got any more news, and then we can get to questions here. We got about 15 minutes till lock, so we do have a little bit of time. Stephen Adams, yep, ruled out. Let me just tweet this out really quick. My phone is like so slow right now. Okay, so let's get to questions here. We are, all right. 6,200 for Buddy Hield is very hard to fade. He just got that big contract, 30 to 35 minutes for sure. Yeah, I mean, Buddy Hield's normally not a guy I play, but I love the price on him tonight at 6,200. While shot 1 for 12 Flockies that Conley slump, stay away from those guys. Hield. Yeah, he's in a slump, but I really like the price. DK, thoughts on Lee and Ellington? Not for me. I'm not going to chase the game from Lee, and Ellington is too scoring dependent for my liking. I like, again, Nerlens Noel, I think, is my favorite value play, followed by Bogdanovich, I think. Burks is also back for Golden State, right. So Burks is back. We don't know if he's going to play, but if he does, he'll take some minutes away from those other guards. Big Mike Muscala, yeah, I couldn't contain myself when I said his name. Bongs, Bertan, or Robinson. Are we talking about Washington? Hold on. Oh, Jerome Robinson? Is that who you're talking about? Not super high end. Those guys, I guess, give me Bertans there. So I'd stay away from the Golden State junk, low end plays, unsure minutes of bet. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of my thoughts too. I don't want to take shots on those guys. Sorry late to the party. Trier okay for value. It's David Fizdale. So just know that risk. He's not guaranteed minutes. He's not starting either. What's his price at? 3.2. Very up and down, right? At 30 that game against Brooklyn, then 4. He's playable as a value play. Not my favorite value play, but you can do it. Watch Chris play 25 minutes tonight. I would be so tilted. Hield or Rozier? I'm personally going to go Rozier, but I think a lot more people are going to go Buddy Hield. So if you want to play it more safe, go with Buddy Hield, because Rozier is a guy that hasn't really been great this season. But I like buying low on guys, and I like the price in Rozier. So I'm personally going to go Rozier, but if you want to play it safe, I think Buddy Hield's going to be a lot more chalky. Thoughts on Kobe White? I don't think we have to go there. His minutes have been okay, but I just slightly prefer some other value plays on the slate. Where is Chicago? Let's see. So Kobe White at 4.9K, right? Only played 16 minutes the last time. If he plays 30 minutes, I would like him, but they're just too up and down at 4.9K. I don't think I want to go there. Covington revenge game, that's true. The minutes have been up and down on him. He's fairly priced at 5.7K. We know he's a guy that can knock down some threes and can get you there. It is a revenge game, but the matchup, not the best here. Philly, one of the best defensive teams. Thoughts on Shea? Definitely playable at 6.9K right now for his level of production. Dedmon, so those other Utah or those other Sacramento bigs, I would give a look to if Harry Giles misses. If Harry Giles is active, that's another body in the rotation where I don't know if I want to go there. I'll just go Gallinari for GPPs. I think Gallinari is fairly priced as well at 6.7. Nicotina or Trier. Man, I don't want to play either, but I guess give me Trier. He's a little better offensively. Back to the wall with Holmes. If Harry Giles is out, yes, you can go there. Harden, Booker, Oubre, Harkless, Noel, Smart, Bogdanovich, and Embiid is my line. Yeah, I like that a lot. Thoughts on Fournier? I think he's okay at 5.1K. Never really a guy I get super excited about. The matchup's solid against the Knicks. I think he's fair. Oubre, yes, I do like Oubre a good amount. I like that late night hammer. Brogdon, Bielitsa, or Booker, Gordon. Give me Booker, Gordon there just because I think the upside is a little bit higher on a guy like Devin Booker. Eric Gordon, he is scoring dependent, but should play 35 minutes. I kind of like the price on him. Curry or Harden, I do have Booker and Oubre, so I'm leaning Curry. Yeah, that's close for me. I want to get Curry and Harden right now. I currently only have Curry, though, so I'm a little bit scared of the Harden fade. It's tough, right? There's slight blowout risk in the Houston game. So I guess give me Curry. DK, do you like Tolliver at 3.2K? Probably not for me. He was okay in that last game. He played 29 minutes, got 24 fantasy points. it's just, yeah. OKC runs a little bit more small ball. I think there's better value plays. I would much prefer Nerlens Noel for an extra 100. Dinwiddie or Graham. I guess Graham right now for his level of production. Booker, Oubre, Harkless. Okay. Whoops, posted it to Twitch last night twice. Oh, okay. Best guard for 3.3K. Well, 3.3K is tough. Let's see. I mean, a guy like Tim Frazier, not going to play huge minutes, 20 or so, but he can get you 15 to 20 fantasy points. Connaughton, kind of the same thing. Not going to play huge minutes, 15 to 20, but he does have a little bit of upside. So I guess those two. You could look to Trier. I never trust David Fizdale, so I don't want to go with those New York guys. Yeah, probably Connaughton, I guess, for me. Just no, he's not going to play huge minutes, but he does have, he has been pretty solid one given time. So I guess give me Connaughton, but I don't feel great about it. Kemba Walker, more shots, or Jaylen Brown. Oh, yeah. Kemba will shoot a good amount more. It's just the matchup not really the best here against the Bucks. Jaylen Brown out Boston. Yep. Shea, Barrett, Giannis, Sabonis, Noel, Smart, Harkless, Graham. I think that's pretty solid. No one really have an issue there in that lineup. So all in for Levine tonight. He's very, very up and down. He's listed at 7.7K. The matchup is pretty solid here. We know he does have the upside, but again, very up and down. So that's kind of only a GPP play for me. I personally would lean toward a guy like Devin Booker for a little bit more, or just pay a couple thousand more for a guy like Harden or Steph. Personally, Levine, we know the upside is there, but again, a little bit more risky in my opinion. Smart, a must play in cash. I don't think he's a must play. I don't think we have the Boston Starters news yet either, but yes, I wouldn't say must play, but he's a pretty solid value play for sure. Like him, Noel, Bogdan, I think are my top three probably value plays right now. Tatum or D'Angelo Russell. I think I'd go D'Angelo Russell there because of the matchup. Brogdon, Shea, Oubre, Anunoby, Sabonis, Westbrook, Robinson, third, House Jr. Yeah, so House Jr., a little scoring dependent, but I guess it's okay. Glenn Robinson, the third. If he plays, 30 minutes, I don't like him, but I don't necessarily think those minutes are secure. You crack me up with Nick's, Nick and Nick. It's more like, Nicotina. It's more like Neelatina. Okay, whatever. I knew I'd probably botch that pronunciation. Neelakina. Okay, I'll try and get that right. Nicotina, Neelakina. All right. Covington, Glenn Robb, or Kaminsky, Harkless. Yahoo. Give me Kaminsky, Harkless. Kobe White or Augustine. Not super high in either. What's DJ Augustine's price tag? 4.7K. The concern is he's not playing big minutes because Markelle Fultz is playing solid off the bench. Kobe White not going to play big minutes either. I guess Augustine. I don't really feel great about either of those guys though. Harkless and Jay Allen or Oubre and JaMychal Green. I would go Oubre and JaMychal Green there. PJ Tucker or Smart and Cash. I think Smart, just because he's going to be a lot more popular, and if he has the breakout game and you don't have him, you're kind of screwed. PJ Tucker is a guy I think goes a little bit lower owned. So cash games, yeah, Smart, definitely viable. Kawhi out, yes. Sabonis or Turner, both are going to play big minutes. That's close. Both have upside. Turner's 1,000 cheaper. I think the upside is slightly higher in Sabonis in the match. Give me Sabonis, I guess. But it's close. I do like both those bigs. Whew. We got like 5 minutes to lock, guys. Let's see. Pistons starters: Frazier, Kennard, Snell, Morris, Drummond. That's expected. Raptor starters expected. 76 starters. Yep. Anthony Tyler will remain the starting lineup. He's okay. I just think I prefer other value guys. Value guys for the Clippers. I think they're okay. I think I slightly prefer some other value plays. Guys like Noel, guys like Bogdan, guys like Marcus Smart. Because the matchup not necessarily the best here. And Doc Rivers does have, he said Magruder is back and will play some minutes. We don't know how many, but that's obviously going to cut into guys like JaMychal Green, Harkless minutes, Shamet. So yeah, I think they're okay. Guys like Harkless and JaMychal Green. I just slightly prefer some other value plays. Kevin Love or Sabonis. That's like a coin flip for me. I don't really have a strong Gordon or Bogdanovich. I'm personally going to go Bogdan because normally he's a guy that will fill up the stat sheet. I know he burned me that one time with only 7 fantasy points, but yeah, I think Bogdan playing with that second unit. Eric Gordon will be playing with Harden and Westbrook. Always one of those guys to be on the court. I do like both, but I'm gonna personally go with Bogdan there. I switched my lineup to Harden, Booker, Oubre, Tatum, Noel, Smart, Harkless, and Lou Williams. Very viable. Bertans or Robinson III for GPP. Well, there's slight concerns with both because Troy Brown Jr. will come back. Maybe a little less minutes for Bertans. Glenn Robinson Jr., the concern is Willie Cauley-Stein is back, so Draymond will be pushed over to the 4. Maybe Glenn Robinson plays a few less minutes. As of right now, I guess give me Bertans because the way he's been playing off the bench. Devontae Graham or Schroeder. Well, I think Graham is going to be a lot more popular. So Graham for cash. I like Schroeder for GPPs. I need RJ Barrett love. Yes, I think RJ Barrett very solid at 6.5K. He'll be playing the point a bit, and he's just going to be playing huge minutes. So he's one of my favorite plays here in the mid tier. A guy that we know is locked into big minutes. We know he's going to shoot the ball a ton. The matchup is pretty solid. Yeah, I think he's very, very good there in the mid range. Tim Frazier. He's okay at 3.2K. It's just the minutes aren't going to be huge on him. Alec Burks or Gruber for darts. Give me Alec Burks, I guess, but we don't know what the minutes are going to be like for either. I think the minutes will be higher for Magruder, so I guess it'll be Magruder. I really don't want to play either, though. Holmes or Porter Jr.? Well, I think I would go Holmes if Harry Giles misses. If Harry Giles is active, then I think I'll go Otto Porter Jr. So that kind of sucks because I don't think we'll get Harry Giles news before. When does that Bulls game start? Bulls game is at 6 o'clock. Yeah, so it locks in like a minute. So I guess Porter Jr. just because with the unknown with Harry Giles. I kind of like buying low on guys, right? The price tag on Otto Porter at 4.5K seems really cheap. Cody Zeller or Brook Lopez for GPP. I think I would go Cody Zeller. Or Bielitsa. I would go Bielitsa over Frazier, if that's what you're asking. Yeah, we got 1 minute to lock. I'll stay up. I'll stay on for a few minutes until after lock. What's the slate look like tomorrow for Halloween? I think it's usually like Tuesdays and Thursdays are smaller slates. Yeah, only a 3-game slate tomorrow. We got the Hawks in the slate too, so that'll be interesting to see what they do without Trae Young. Hawks Heat play again? That's kind of weird. So I'll have my video up for that 3-game slate later tonight. Be on the lookout for that, guys. Locked up. Yep, we are locked, guys. I didn't really look at what we maxed out for viewers. I think, again, we're at kind of like 150 or so. Not bad for the regular season. Thanks to the Vice DK. Let's get it. Blessings to everyone tonight. Yeah, good luck, man. I hope it's a great night for you. Good luck. Yeah, thanks again, guys, for coming to check out the stream. Really appreciate it. I'll probably hop off here, work on that video for 3-game slate tomorrow. Many thanks. Yep. Thanks for coming to check out the stream again, Rhythm Beast. Appreciate it. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll have that video up later tonight, and then I'll be live streaming tomorrow as well. So thanks again, guys, and I will, good luck, and I will see you later.